Hello, peeps on the tuber. I was thinking, just to quickly go tiki toko. Can't still use the channel properly yet because they're still in the red, thanks to the Muzzy moderator continually banning me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I mean, they're really petrified. Whenever you speak about Islam, they just, they can't handle it. They really can't. And most of the social media is has Muslim people moderating it and running it and whatnot. I was listening to Christian Prince. Yeah, I will be live tonight, Claudio. Yeah, Tony Holly's Z08. 10 o'clock, 10 past 10, I think it is. No, 2 minutes past 10 it is. Tony Holly 08. But I was listening to Christian Prince earlier this evening while I was worko, and he was talking, about Yemen and the civil war currently taking place in Yemen. And then he went on to start to discuss Sudan as well. And I mean, he's always an informative guy to listen to on matters concerning that region, because of course that's where he was born. And as I say, he began with Yemen, and he began by stating in Yemen, there are three separate groups basically fighting each other in Yemen. I thought it was only two. I thought it was just the Shia and the Sunni, but it's not. It's three different separate groups all fighting each other, and basically, the main sort of contention in that particular area is to try to gain control of the small strip of land next to the Red Sea, because it's right at the entrance. So ships going in and out of the Red Sea have to pass that area, and they have to pass close by to the Yemeni border, because that's the deep water, and of course that gives whoever's controlling that area plenty of time to do piracy or whatever. And then he went on, as I say, to talk about Sudan, and how that has just been totally ravaged and decimated, which of course it has been. And of course he mentioned reasons for that, which is basically for the gold, the gold deposits, not just in Sudan, but, close to the border of Sudan. And this is why, they are trying to fight there and take control there. And before they started to do that, of course, they unalived all the Christians living there, which again is something they do. And as I say, I was finding this all rather informative and interesting. And then all of a sudden, YouTube cut the feed. I mean, seriously, it's so ridiculous now, the lengths they will go to, to cover up their atrocities, to cover up their geno, to cover up, all the nasty, horrible, disgusting things they do, for gold. For just because it's Christians or Jews. I mean, honestly, it's just a joke now. It really is. And of course, the good news is that a lot of Syria, a lot of the Middle East, rather, at the moment is beginning to fall apart. Syria, constant riots in Syria since that regime collapsed. Lebanon, Iran is boiling over all the time. Even Turkey, they're having problems in Turkey. And as I say, with what's happening in Yemen as well, and Sudan, I mean, basically, you've got Nigeria as well. It's just, really, it is beyond a joke now. And I feel that really, the rest of the world, of decent people, we need to start, to come together and say, well, look, we don't want this where we are. And this is the problem, you see, because unless we come together and start to talk about it and start to find solutions how we keep this out of our country, then it is going to come to our doorstep, and it is going to be in our country. And Sudan, Nigeria, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, it's going to be the UK. And then, of course, everyone's going to be crying, and everyone's going to be boo-hooing. And sadly, it will be too late then. This is the time when people should have started to try to do something about it. But yeah, so there you go, folks. I thought I'd just get that quickly in. Yeah, live and direct later on. Tony Holly 08. No set topo as yet. There are a few things I would like to discuss. I'm thinking possibly I might have a discussion about Allah's womb. Because Allah had a womb, okay, and this womb was Allah's womb, but it was separate from Allah, and it used to follow him around, and it used to speak to him, and he spoke to the womb, and this is just after the creation of the world, just after he created the world, the womb would follow him around, and they had quite a long conversation, Allah and his womb. And then at one point the womb grabbed hold of Allah's trousers, okay, not the actual, proper trousers, the like the white linen pantyhoses they wear underneath the bed sheet. Well, the womb grabbed hold of them and pulled them down. And Allah's, little sausage was flapping, and apparently the womb grabbed hold of his little sausage. And it does actually say little sausage as well. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking I might do that because that's quite an amusing thing, I also thought I might do the Seven Sleepers and their woof woof in the cave, again, that's quite a humorous thing. And then I thought, okay, well, what about the monkeys? Who, committed adultery, and then they were stoned by the other monkeys. And a man came walking along and he joined in with the stoning, when he found out it was because, the monkey had committed adultery. So yeah, that's another interesting one I thought I might discuss. So, not quite sure yet if there's going to be a set topic or, just general. And of course, I could do sort of all those types of things. But yeah, that's about it, folks. Just wanted to come quickly. No one's coming in as usual, so I will end here. And tiki-toki later. Hopefully I won't get restricted. Hopefully I won't get bananaed, but I definitely will be shadow banned. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, it's just a shame more people didn't come to my Tubi, really. I mean, they'd still start to ban me on this if more people did. So that's the problem. If more people came here and then I got, muzzy guests to come up here and chat to me up here, and I taught them and totally ruined their whole existence and Allah's existence, then Tubi would banana me as well. So, maybe it's a good thing that, no everyone comes to listen on Tubi, and that way I can do these videos. You know, I can speak the truth. You know, I can say it exactly how it is, which is how I like to do, and I don't get bananaed. So, and the video stays there as well for people to view. So it's all goody good sometimes like that. So yeah, that's it, folks. Like I say, just a quickie. God bless you all. Peace of Christ to you all. Love one another as Jesus Christ taught us to love, folks. I'm going to go now on to TikTok and see how many people are still awake, and let people on TikTok know I'll be live and direct.